Complete, and we are ready for part 2. I think I'm going to actually zoom out a little bit there, and I am going to watercolor it with you guys. So I'll put that on hyperlapse and we'll see how that goes. We can go over some watercoloring techniques and see how that is. All right, so before I get into that, I bought these new watercolors from Amazon, Komoribi. So I've never used these before, and it's a Japanese word which describes the subtle beauty of sunlight shining through the leaves of the trees and the dance that rays make. So we'll see how that goes. Looks pretty interesting. Looks kind of cool. It comes in this neat little tin. Ooh. Hello there. Thank you for choosing Mozart Supplies. Okay. Cool. Water it down, light to dark, remove the excess, starry details. Nice. Might have to try that tutorial. Let's move this off to the side, and it comes in nice little squares, so this will be fun. There's some golden ones, some shiny ones. All right, cool. I'm just going to move this off to the side here, and get my paints, and we can start with some water. Okay, I have an array of brushes here, but like I mentioned before, you guys can use markers or whatever you have at the house, because we are scrapped for leaving during the COVID-19 stay-at-home orders. So let's just see what we can get going here. Now, I'm going to start with a small size brush. Smaller brushes are much better and easier to use. You can move to bigger brushes when you get into bigger areas. So this is a good sized brush to begin with. See the comparison between the two. One's super small. That's for nice little details like here. And this medium size, I think that's a good place to start to see how it works with these new watercolors. So let's hop to it. Okay, we're going to stop the hyperlapse just for a moment, and I'm going to show you some watercolor techniques. So what I like to do, the beautiful thing about watercolors is the way they blend. You don't always have to have paint on your brush. You can actually just use water on it and pull it out to make things lighter. If you want to make things lighter, you just continually add water and it will get less and less, and it has like a tie-dyed effect. But what I'm doing here is I like to add, this is a neon pink, it's pretty cool. Cool colors in this kit. I'm going to add neon pink there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for this darker red, and just on the edges I'm going to add that. And if it is wet enough, then there will be a natural bleeding that will occur when the colors will bleed together and mix and have a nice little blended effect. And I'm going to go in the corner here, and I'm going to layer over my pink a little bit of this neon red into the neon pink. And I'm going to just use water now. Now I'm just going to use water, and I'm just going to let it drop some water in there. See how it's moving around? I'm going to let it bleed a little bit. See, I'm going to add some more water here and just kind of tap it through there. So there's more of a blending technique there. So what I also want to do is I'm going to get with a really darker red here, and watch when I add it, it's going to bleed naturally into the other colors. See how it's strolling through there? So I started lighter first, and I'm going to add darker second. And if I don't like the blending, then I will add more water to pull it in here. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to actually add a little bit of color of the darkness here. And I'm going to let it have a natural bleeding in with the rest here to create a little bit of depth. Kind of like a shadow. Now I'm using multimedia paper because it's easy for, you know, little lessons and whatnot. But the best paper, obviously, would be watercolor paper for watercolors. So I'm just gonna keep going on with this. I'm going back to my neon. I'm gonna actually pull some of this down that's already there. And I'm gonna let it naturally blend as I pull what's already on the paper down into more space. And then I'll get some paint and lighten it up here. There's a nice little gradation there. All right, I'm going to continue with some hyperlapse for you guys. Okay guys, there it is, the final product. I'm going to shine a light on it maybe to see if we can get it a little bit more clarity there. Here it is. Watercolor. It took a while. It's still a little wet, but you get the basic idea. So, avast me buckos! Congratulations if you went the advanced route, and if you finished your octopus painting. Alright, so on that note, my good friends, peace.